Yes, Chasa, brother. What's happening, my mate?
Yo, what's happening, brother? How are you?
I'm all good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, brother. Always a pleasure to see a pretty face.
Same, mate. Same. Did you have a good Christmas and that, mate?
Lovely, mate. Lovely. Went to Tenerife for a little sneaky week after Christmas with the missus and just chilled out, mate.
Yeah. Is it the
As
first time you've
chilled as I
spent?
can be.
Yeah.
It was
Is it the
chilled, mate.
first time you've been abroad for Christmas?
Yeah, mate. It was Tenerife. Lovely, lovely.
Did you like it better than spending Christmas at home?
I'll never have it again at home. It's dog
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, 100%. 100%, mate. The
Anyways,
atmosphere, the people are nicer, the atmosphere, the way they celebrate it, New Year's, it's amazing, mate. Had a great time. I'm looking forward to next Christmas more than I am the summer.
I know I couldn't imagine it like having Christmas in the warm weather, instead of being
Right.
cold, stuck in the house.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was lovely, mate. Do you know what? I needed a bit of sun. Come back
Yeah.
and everyone's going, I can't wait for the summer. I'm thinking, I'm all right. I've just had a fucking summer, winter, Christmas holiday.
Yeah, class. So, right then, Chazza,
Let's go.
what's happening with the fighting set and see you back training and that? I know you're always like to stay fit and that, but it seems like you're back at it now, as if you've got something planned. Is there any news on anything
There's
or anything?
nothing planned, but a dangerous man's a fit man, and a lot of people, a lot of rats like to talk because they want the smoke. Uh, there's only one fight I want. There's only one fight realistically that I'm retired that I'd come out of retirement for, and that's Ben Hatchett. I don't even want to give the geezer the smoke. The geezer's deluded, mate. He's absolutely off his rocker. I hope when I absolutely take his jaw for a walk down the M25, after we can shake hands and I can take him down the right path that I've had to take myself because he needs help. I dislike the fella. He don't stop talking. He calls out every different fighter every different week. Um, he's deluded. I think he started up his own security company. Securities, but you ain't got to have a badge. But it's all legit. How can it be legit if you ain't got to have a badge as a security? The geezer's off his nuts. He just talks a load of shit, mate, and he's this and he's that, and he got bashed up by a load of geezers not long ago, and they run him out his own area. We've got beef, and it's got to be settled. It's been going on for 2 years now. Started up when he was banged up after he'd done a wrong and he ended up having to frag himself off. The geezer's just an idiot, mate. I don't even want to keep talking about him. It's either going to wrap it out. I've had a couple of offers to go on a couple of shows. I want it on BKFC.
Yeah.
That's where I want it. But they have come back and said that they wouldn't have Ben Hatchett on the BKFC, which I totally understand. Listen, BKFC is Premier. Ben Hatchett is fucking second division. He ain't done nothing. But I'm hoping it can happen. I don't know if it don't. Listen, I'll do it in a barn on a live stream. Spoke to Dougie Joyce, potentially get it on his show. Um, Spoke to another company, potentially get it on there. So it will happen. He keeps
Yeah.
saying that stop. He keeps saying. Let me just put saying straight to everybody out there watching. He keeps saying if Chaz wants it or has the balls to fight, is he deluded? Uh, Mate, pull out of a fight. He said about I pulled out of a fight. 100%. I broke my hand. You've seen it. Everybody's seen it. All the paperwork. I was in a fucking cast. Um, let's talk about pulling out of fights. How many fights he pulled out? He broke his rib. He was never fighting again. He had to pull out. Then he was on a session. Mate, he's a wreckhead. He trains one weekend, calls everyone out. Then you won't see him for 2 weeks because he's off his nut in some flat. That's real talk. That's real talk. So get hold of yourself, actually. Stop talking shit. Stop believing your own lies. And get if you want to pull it on, get one of your people to phone me up and we'll get it on. I'm doing everything I can at this end, but no one wants you because you're absolute dog shit. Sorry, it winds me up. So just tell him to stop talking because he's full of shit. Go and fight this what's his name? Bobby K. Okay, now.
Yeah, I'm not just saying this though, but I think it would make because the build up away to everyone on YouTube wants to see it. Like it's
Everyone
a
wants
big
to see the fight.
everyone wants to see it.
BKFC have got a show in Crystal Palace. I could throw a stone from my house to Crystal Palace. You know, when I was fighting, when I was pro, I was selling 400 or 500 tickets as a professional. I mean, back in my hometown, this is my last fight. I'd love to go out in Crystal Palace, my hometown. I'd sell the event out 100 million percent. 100 million percent. Don't know how many it holds, I'm telling you now. I'd sell it out. And I'd actually take his jaw for walking M25 for everybody that's watching it at home as well that couldn't make it. But I know I'd sell it out.
Even the pay-per-views, like the subscriptions and that, just through the YouTube community and everyone who's interested in this numbers.
It's crazy, and it's my last one. I want to go. Listen, this fight will sell. Everyone wants to see this geezer's jaw go for a walk, and if you don't, it's probably because you're a muppet like him, and you're on his team. The geezer's an absolute Toby. He frustrates me so bad. I'm not even going to knock him out in the first round. I'm going to punish him for the first round. I forgot more than he knows. Listen. I just work him. I tell him a shot before I throw the shot, and I still connect. That's how thick he is.
I'm gonna try get Ben on as well. See what he's got to say about the fight, and hopefully we can get it to happen, mate.
Hopefully we can. Listen, it's a big fight. It needs to be sold, but like I said, obviously the boy's got issues. He thinks he's Charles Bronson. Don't ask me why. All he done was run to the screws and he's a grass, and he had to get himself fraggled off. But he just tells lies and believes lies. Not interested. I think many people ain't interested, but they are interested in me and him having this fight. It needs to happen. So let's go and have it. 2 men, 2 fists, no knives. Where you at, Chet? BKFC, I will sell Crystal Palace Sports Arena out. Listen, Crystal Palace, it's a no-brainer. Everyone wants to see it, lift it up. BKFC, let's get it on. Just let Ben Hatchett, please, just fight on this one show for you. I know he's dog shit, you don't want him on, but please, for me.
You're a twat, aren't you? You're a proper twat. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Have you got a message to any, obviously, the fans and that about the fight with Ben?
Listen, all my fans know. Listen, I've got bigger things. All jokes aside, listen, I wish him all the best. You know, I'm not one of these here saying shit throwers and all that. I don't like him. He don't like me. Fight's been dragging on now for 2 years. I can see he's got mental issues. He does need help. He does need a job. Listen. If you beat me, Ben, I'll give you a job. I'll make you a supervisor on my firm. How about that? Give you a black hat, son. Black hat, boy. I would say I'll get you a job scaffold if you ain't got the arms, son. They're like sparrow legs. He's got arms like sparrow legs. But sparrow leg the windmill, should call him. The sparrow windmill. It's a joke, mate. It's a joke. He's like, what do you do when your wife attacks you? You got that, didn't you? You tuck up. It's like Ben. He goes, and the opponent's got fight someone with half a bit of class, and Ben goes to sleep every time, 100%. He goes away on training camps. Fuck knows where he's going on these training camps. Let me know what pub it is.
So have you got any, but obviously before we wrap it up, I know you're out there, mate, and I really appreciate you coming on and that, but is there any sponsors or big ups you want to give a shout out to, pal?
Yeah, massive shout out to Real Talk Clearance. Want to back all my sponsors from last time. You know you are. I want to back all my supporters on here, the Real Talk, Real Know About Real. And let's just keep inspiring each other every day and staying positive. And yeah, if this fight happens, it's going to be a great fight to say goodbye to everyone with in my hometown and against one of the biggest knobheads on the social media. What more could you want?
Quality, mate. Well, hopefully, mate. I'm gonna speak to Ben after this. Hopefully, get him on the podcast, mate, and we'll try and get the fight going, man. 100%.
100%. 100%. Let's see. Make sure he signs a contract, though, and if he pulls out, he owes me an X amount of saying that he ain't got no money. Don't worry about that conversation.
But anyways, mate, we'll definitely catch up. We'll stay in touch, and hopefully see you on again soon, Chasa.
No problem. BKFC, anybody out there, get this fight on your show, and let's take Jaws for walks. See you later.
See you in a bit, Chasa, mate.
Oi, Hatchet, come here. Come here. I'm going to fucking knock you spark out, you little muppet.